How's it going, everyone? I wanted to do a little updated review of this, the Fimi Palm 2 Pro. So first off, thanks for watching this review, and as always, thanks for checking out Ron's reviews. Now, one of the things that I want you to know, the main things that I wanted to cover in this are a couple little issues that I've had with it from the start. Nothing big. I mean, not huge issues, but it was first. It was connecting to an Android phone or an Android smart device or whatever. Then the other is the gimbal rotation. I wanted to kind of bring that up so you could see what it is before you get into it. First, let's start with some of the stats. The Fimi Palm 2 Pro is a handheld 3-axis gimbal camera with a 1/2-inch CMOS sensor, which isn't bad for something this size. It is pocket-sized, even in its case. So even in this little case, you can stick that in your pocket. It will shoot 4K, 30 frames per second, and 2.7K. It has a 128-degree field of view, face detection, and smart tracking. It has multiple shooting modes that are built into it, so you can get what you need out of it. An external mic input, which is great for something like this. It's got a 2600 milliamp hour battery that will last up to 160 minutes recording at 4K. 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi connection and a 2.7-inch touch screen. The whole camera weighs approximately 5.3 ounces, and it's 5.2 by 1.5 by 1.5 inches in size, so it's pretty small. For the first part, I will run through the issue I had with the connection of the device, and I'll kind of show you what I had to get it hooked up to an Android. I don't know if it's going to be the same with with an Apple product or anything like that, so we'll just go over it. Anyways, so this is it, and you can see they call it a palm, and it really is palm size. There's not a whole lot to this, but anyways, let's get into it. So I'll power it on. Does its little warm-up thing there, so you can see. And you can see the little 2.7-inch screen that I was talking about. It's a tiny little screen, but it does. I don't think that's a 2.7-inch screen. So, but anyways, whatever it seems to think, I guess that's complete. So the first thing we want to do is go down and go over this way. Make sure that the 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi is turned on. We will get to the phone here, and I'm going to go all the way to the Fimi Play app. This is the Fimi Play. I don't know if you can see that. Let me bring it up here a little bit better. So that is the Fimi Play app right there. Now, so this is that's the firmware download. But anyways, we'll get to the inner device. So we're going to go here. And this is the part where I always ran into a problem, because you go to connect, and I'm connected to my home's Wi-Fi right now. Come on. Oops, let me go back here. Okay, so there's the Palm 2 Pro right there. So I'm going to click on that one, and it's going to automatically connect to it. And you'll see that the screen kind of changes, and actually the Wi-Fi will turn a different color. The little Wi-Fi symbol on it will change to a different color. But anyways, it's connected without internet. So now we can go back. And now, see, this is the way it is now. But before this, on that home screen, there's actually 3 different cameras on here. So on the same app, you've got the Palm, I can't remember. Anyways, it's 3 completely different cameras. So you got the Palm 2, and the Palm 2 Pro, I guess. I'm not sure exactly if that's what they were. But anyways, so you would have to switch. You'd have to swipe to the left, I think, to change from the first one to the last one, which is the Palm 2 Pro, which is this one. Well, there's no way you would know that, because there's nothing telling you to swipe, nothing telling you to change. It just says this is the Fimi Palm app. It didn't say it's the Fimi Palm 2 Pro or the Fimi Palm, all Fimis anyways like that. And then it says connect to Palm camera. It doesn't really tell you what the difference is. So that was the first problem that I had. Now, I'm going to show you this next issue here, and you'll be able to see it hopefully on here. You can see I'm turning the gimbal, and that is as far as it goes to that side. So right now the screen is facing me just perfectly straight on pretty much. So that's as far as I can turn it to one side. I can go, if I go the other way, and again I am controlling this with my finger on the camera, I mean on the phone. So, but as you can see, it's going around and it's going past me. So it's going about the same, I would say about maybe 20 degrees off of, so this is 90, so it's going another 20 degrees to that side. And the same thing, if it was facing the other way, 90 degrees, it would go about 20 degrees that way. It doesn't go to a full 90 all the way around. So now this is the big problem. So this, if you've got your camera set to home, which we'll get it there, and of course you can, I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not, but you should be able to see it on that second camera. You can control the up and down on it too, so that's kind of neat. But, so if you've got this on face tracking or whatever, and you've got it facing you so you can see what's going on with it or whatever, and the person steps to their right or to the camera's left, if they go more than a few feet that direction, you're going to lose them. That's it. There's not going to be any more to them because they're going to completely disappear and the camera won't be able to follow them. They'll have to come back around. Or this is the other option, and I mean, this isn't terrible. I think it's kind of ridiculous, but you know, whatever, 220, 221, whatever it takes. If you turn the camera like this, then it's going to go a full 90 degrees in either one of the directions to follow that person. So that's the option. It's ridiculous, but it is what it is. So keeping that in mind, if you use this for a tracking type camera or anything like that, then that's what you're going to have to deal with. So let me finish up with my text here. So for the second part, again, this is mostly for if you're using this problem, I'm sorry, if you're using this camera as a face detection or a automatic tracking camera. Using the auto tracker built in works great. I mean, when you put that thing on there, it's going to follow you around, and I'll show you that here in a second. I'll show you that too, I should say. This is the thing, so you can do the face detection mode, and I'm going to turn this around to where it'll be facing me, and you can see, I'll show you how that works. So we'll do it on, you can see it is tracking me. I'm not moving it. Here's the phone. You can see I'm not doing anything, but I'm going around. So now again, you get to this point, and oh, hey, look, it can't track me anymore. But you turn it, and there it is. Again, I'm going to turn it this way now, and you can see it's going to track me all the way around. There's no question. It's tracking my face. And this time it's going to follow me around more, or not. It froze. Something froze. So not only did the Wi-Fi cut off, but the camera stopped tracking and it stopped recording. So there you go. So I just wanted to mention one more issue that I've run into with this camera. Now, I was doing a test with my, let me get this out of the way here. I was doing a test with my audio recorder, and actually what I was trying to do was a time code record test. I wanted to see how well this and my other cameras and my audio recorder and everything worked with putting time code on them. And what this specifically did, so I was using my Sony ZV-1, I was using this and an Insta360 X3. The Sony ZV-1 did one full length, 2 hours and 20 minutes or something like that, 2 hours and 30 minutes maybe. It did one full length video. Worked perfect, had the time code in there. DaVinci Resolve, synced that up immediately, had no problems with it. Insta360 X3, same thing pretty much, except it was either 5 or 6 clips. I can't remember. So 5 or 6 separated clips, totaling the 2 hours and 30 minutes or whatever it was. Same thing. Time code worked in there. It was perfect. This camera did 16 clips total. I can't remember, I think 5 minutes, whatever they are, 6 minutes, I don't know. I'm not going to do the math because I'm not good at math. So anyways, so 16 individual clips for that same 2 hours and 30 minutes. I did have a Deity TC1 timecode generator plugged into the mic port of this. I had it set to audio, audio out, and then of course the microphone that used it. You could hear it. Now this is the problem. Out of those 16 clips that this recorded, 6 of them had absolutely no audio whatsoever, including the time code. So the time code generator puts it sounds like a chirpy, a digital chirp or something that's like type thing. So anyways, and I'm not going to do that again, so don't ask. But it puts that as an audio signal into the mic input on the camera. Well, again, I believe it was 6 or 7 of those clips out of 16 didn't have any audio whatsoever. The TC1, the Deity TC1 has a scratch microphone built into it, so it will record ambient sound in the room too. I was recording out of my speakers. I was recording a video that was playing on YouTube. Actually, several videos, but anyways, getting back to it, it totally lost audio on this for 6 or 7 of those clips. So I couldn't even sync it at all. So using time code on this, now again, that was the first time I tried it. There may be an issue. Maybe I can go into the camera somewhere. I haven't seen it so far, but maybe I can go into the camera somewhere and lower the input volume of the external microphone. I don't know. I'll have to try it and see. But that first test, it did not work. So now I was able to figure out and align the clips to where they should go, but still having to work with 16 separate clips for the same amount of time that I did 6 on one camera and 1 on another camera, that's kind of ridiculous. It was kind of threw me off a little bit. I was kind of frustrated with that. Also, the big thing about it was in DaVinci Resolve, because of that missing data, or however you want to put that, what it was doing was it was throwing all of them off. It was, when I tried to sync it, it would show that I had 22 cameras, which that was totally screwing up everything. So that was the big problem. The other big problem, of course, is the thing doesn't turn all the way, so you've got to make adjustments to your camera to where you can get everything that you need to get. Hopefully it won't lose signal like mine did. I very rarely will I ever hook it up to the phone to do that, but just wanted to let you know that's what I ran into. That's kind of what's frustrated me with this. It's a $220 camera, so it's nothing big. It does really good video quality, if you ask me. I mean, I took it out on a Halloween, and I'll try to put some of that clip in here. The video was fantastic. The gimbal worked flawlessly while I was hand holding it, moving it around. It keeps it, where you need it to be and everything. It works great. The audio sounded pretty decent. We were outside trick-or-treating with the family. You could hear people talking. You could hear the kids yelling and screaming and running around and stuff like that. It worked really good. I was really impressed with the camera and its abilities. The problems that I've run into are kind of frustrating, but they're not deal breakers. What I'm going to use this for is for recitals, piano recitals, cello recitals, violin recitals, whatever you want to call it, or whatever kind you want to do. Also, I want to use it for recording orchestra. I have a friend that he's in a wind ensemble, and so I record video for him. I use 4 or 5 cameras, a few microphones, no big deal, but that's what I'm going to use that for. And so I'll put this over the drums. You can see the drummer. It'll track the drummer going from his timpanis to his snare, to his cymbals, to his chimes, all that kind of good stuff. So it'll track that, and I think that's a great idea. The last time I used 2 action cams on 2 separate drummers, didn't work out so good. Didn't have good views. The lighting was terrible. Half the time they were sitting in a chair because they didn't play with some of the songs. So it was, anyways, either way. But this is what we got going, and this is how I intend to use it. I'm hoping that it works out really well. We'll see. Again, I've got a Nikon D7500 that I use in the crowd. Then I'll put this last time I put the ZV-1 on the piano. Then I had 2 action cams. Then I had a 360 cam in the middle. So that worked out pretty decent. But again, it's really hard to do time. Well, actually, with the time code or with the 360. I'll actually be doing ambient. I've got the Zoom ambient mic recorder now, or microphone, so I'll be doing ambisonic. I'll be doing ambisonic audio recording with the 360 camera. So that's going to be pretty neat. Instead of just hearing the recorded sound of the band playing and being able to move around with the 360 camera, whenever you move, you'll hear whatever instrument you're looking at too. So like we had the trumpets right up front there. Then behind them was the French horns, I believe, and then behind them was what were trombones and tubas. And anyways, so there you have it. It's going to be kind of neat. That was a first-time trial. Worked out pretty good. I was pretty happy. Some of the camera view or camera lighting wasn't so good, so that didn't work out real great, but we're going to go for it again. But anyways, I just wanted to give you all a heads up on this camera so I could let you know what I've run into with it, what frustrated me on it, and maybe see if there's something you can do about it or if you even want to try. But that's what I have for you. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them in the comment section, and we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Yummy.
I didn't get any. I haven't got. They didn't get any.
Yeah, you should have just gone down.
Can we go to the next house?
Yeah.
Okay, Holly, come on. Come on. Let's
Yeah.
go to the next house.
Look at the little girl. She's Wednesday.
Where? Oh, yeah.
Hello.
How you doing? Good. What you do?
I'm at
They should have changed this to Spookin.
See that one? It's got the screens in its eyes too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
That one's cool.
Thank you. Y'all better be saying thank you.
No, he just walks with
Harley, Dakota, y'all better be saying trick or treat and thank you.
We are.